Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the... Oh dear, wait there, I've got audio feeding back in my ears.
Alright, try that again.
I've muted it. Okay, I thought I'd muted it, but no, obviously not. Okay, let's do that again. Sorry about that.
Alright, right, whenever, ready when you are.
Okay, I'm ready. Are we live now, Jim?
Yeah.
Okay, oh great. Hey guys and gals, if there's any watching, I doubt that very much. Welcome to tonight's ETF2 League Highlander match. Tonight it's between Playstuff and Gibs'R'Us. It's the second game of the season, and we'll be seeing them play on Coth Lakeside and CP Foundry. So they're just warming up now, about to start the match. Thanks for joining us on Twitch. Oh, there is actually a girl. Me and my missus are watching. Hello, girls are wicked. I'm joined tonight by... I'm Logan, by the way. I'm joined tonight by JimboMcB.
Good evening.
Hey, Jim. And we're going to cast you through both the games. My bad scheduling meant that I didn't realise it was on tonight, so I'm massively disorganised. But that doesn't matter. We're not claiming to be professionals here. We're just hoping that you'll enjoy joining us, watching a good game of TF2 or two. And yeah, I think that they're looking like they're about to start very shortly, Jim.
Yes, we'll have five of the I'm very disorganised. Five of the Gibs'R'Us members who were playing against all Playstuff members appear to be online, but there seems to be some loadout issues with the server, so not quite sure what's going on there. The server might need a restart, so we'll just have to sit tight and see. And
I see we're using the new HUD tonight.
We are indeed. People can't see that just yet, but got a HUD. It's a little bit different. It takes up a little bit less screen space than any previous ones we did. So, giving a bit of a test, see how it goes.
Yeah, I like it actually. I've got it on my system as well here, and it is, like you say, it just takes up a little bit less room. Kindly, a guy from a team we're playing tomorrow night posted a link to the HUD and posted a link to our stream on Reddit. So that was really nice to see. It's, you know, we don't do this because we claim to be expert casters. We do it because we enjoy it, and it's you know, part of the community. To get our games out there, let people who aren't around for the match to catch up and watch it on their phones tomorrow, that kind of thing. But yeah, we do care how it looks for you guys, and we do want to hear any feedback you can give us to help us improve, so that we can just get better and better.
Absolutely, and also recording a local copy of this, which will be in full 720 glorious high resolution for awesome. Watching back afterwards, which will be posted on our YouTube channel, which cool is youtube.com/PlaystuffTV.
I think it's just Playstuff actually, but it is. We call it Playstuff TV, but I think we've actually. I should have checked that, shouldn't I? Let me check that now, actually, while we're waiting.
We're all very professional here.
Yeah, consummate amateurs. So Playstuff TV. Let me see. YouTube/play. It is Playstuff TV, Jim. You're absolutely right. Yeah, Playstuff TV. So go and subscribe to us there, and you'll be able to catch up with any games you miss. We load them all up there pretty soon after. Jim's super quick with all that kind of stuff, but certainly within the next kind of 24 hours, they'll be up there for anyone who hasn't seen the game to watch.
Absolutely, should be up pretty quick after, but we just have the last of the Gibs'R'Us team joining now, so we should be underway in the next few minutes.
Yeah. Just reload my HUD. That's the thing I have to keep remembering to do to see who's playing as what and where the Ubers are. You can't see the HUD yet on stream, but the HUD now is kind of easier to read and easier to see what position people are playing, I think, Jim. You can see their health nice and simply. The Uber's blatantly obvious. Yeah, I really like this. It's good.
It is pretty good. Might need to go in and adjust some of the things myself. It's a few things personally prefer, but we'll just need to see what people think of it.
Sure. Should we flick the test card off and just since they're kind of pissing around on the server, frankly. But you might as well look at that as the test card now.
Then I'll flick it over to this.
And you can see what we're seeing, and we don't sound like we're... well, we are just filling, but at least you'll know why we're filling if you can see it. And there you go. Up and live. Action.
Okay, so the first of the maps being played tonight, there's 2 maps being played. The first will be Koth Lakeside Final, which is a first to 3 map. It is a King of the Hill, as the name suggests. So just have to control the point and defend it till the end of the round, and first to get 3 wins in that round win that map. And then after that it'll be on to CP Foundry, which is a relatively new map. It was added in a pretty recent update a few months ago, but it will be a first to 5 win difference or the best after 30 minutes. So we'll need to see how quickly they can storm through, and interesting to see. So they are just starting now, not just in the stream, but be good to go in 90 seconds because they source TV.
Right, okay. Yeah, good stuff. I'm surprised that they've put Foundry in, but then ETF2 League does it differently to UGC, which is the other league that Playstuff playing. I kind of like the way ETF2 does it. UGC tends to be just one map, doesn't it? And for example, Koth is first to 4, or with a break at at 3 after the first 3 games. ETF2 just kind of provides us with a bit more action, really. A couple of maps, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, it should be good.
I've no idea about our opponents here, apart from the fact they're called Gibs'R'Us. I do know that we were in Division 6 of the ETF2 League last season, and that was pretty much a stomp for us. We ended up finishing our division with a flawless record, 10-0. And this season we applied for Division 5 and got refused and placed in Division 4. So we're not expecting to be able to smash anyone tonight. We'd just like to put up a respectable show, I think. And I'm sure that's how the guys are looking at this. I'm just looking at the team we're rolling out, Jim. We've got a nice full team. We've got Almighty Bob, who's our team captain, playing tonight, which is really good. He's a great caller.
Do indeed. No round is underway.
So looking at the team, Jim, we've got Seric, fantastic spy. Yes. Sero, who's a awesome medic, and I would say is our first choice medic. Wandwy, great pyro. Lemmywinks is playing soldier. The priest is playing sniper. Ado is playing engineer, and then Apoc is a scout. Apoc doubles as a spy with Seric. He's also a great spy, by the way. And Clungineer, who's an awesome heavy. So we're looking like we've got a strong team rolled out tonight. It's good to see.
It is. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. We've been doing pretty well in the league so far, so we'll see if we can hold up our decent streak. Well,
yeah, for sure. So the points are locked. Playstuff have taken the point. Nice start. They've got to be happy to at least come out feeling a little bit strong here. They obviously don't know what their opponent's going to be like. They're in a league that they think is possibly beyond our skills so far. We need more practice. We know that. But I think, Jim, everyone benefits, don't they, from the fact that our main server is purely team play focused. So even if we're not playing competitively or haven't been playing as a team for that long, we've always played with a team play focus.
Indeed, I mean, it definitely helps a lot. We've just seen, I mean, a lot of the people playing have had no competitive experience, and then the last competitive season we went up in, we destroyed, to put it bluntly, and a lot of that is just a result of the more team play focused gameplay that a lot of the members play on the server for.
And they, Jibs have done a good job of capping the point. Playstuff now trying to get that back, but Jibs are holding it down quite nicely. They took out a hell of a lot of the Playstuff team. Everyone's back up now. Playstuff trying to get to that Uber. Jibs sitting quite comfortably with an Uber. I haven't seen, I think they're running crits tonight, are they?
No, they're currently running with an Uber. They've just popped it.
There it goes. There it goes. Yep, the Uber's running. And they didn't take too many places down with that. 3 have gone down, but they did take the medic. That's crucial and will be costly for Playstuff here. It will make it all that more difficult to actually do anything. Their sniper as well, Jimmy, he seems to know what he's doing. Abuser, he's rather good.
He's putting up a good fight. We've just seen the Playstuff attack there. It was managed to be pushed off. The Spy getting a pick in the Engineer, that's going to hold them down a little bit. We'll have to see how the push turns out. There's currently 2 minutes on the clock either side, so they both held it for an equal time. It's just, we'll see Gibbs have a bit of an advantage here, so we'll just have to see if Playstuff can take it back or if they will manage to hold it off for the rest of the round.
Yeah, for sure. Both Spies gone down, but the rest of the teams are looking good. As you say, actually Gibbs have got the Uber advantage now just simply because their medic has been healing more. Oh, and there goes the sniper, taken down very nicely by the priest, who's the Playstuff sniper, and Playstuff take the point. That's awesome work.
Absolutely, the heavy medic were, I'd almost dare to say they were caught a bit out of position inside the building when the rest of the Playstuff team just rolled up onto the point, and the heavy medic had the Uber and they were distracting the building a bit. Do seem to be Scout taken down, who was capping it back. Mini sentry up on the point now, so it looks like they're going to manage to take it. Oh, I'm saying that, Sarek getting an excellent stab in the pyro there.
Yeah,
so
really good.
Very close competition to this point.
That pyro is so crucial on any COF map just because of the work they can do to keep the point clear and keep the other team back. So really good take by Sarek there.
Absolutely, it's still level peg, and we do have the heavy, blue heavy on the point now, so it's going to be a bit of an advantage with the mini sentry, and they managed to cap it back. Both very level, they both have 1 minute 20 on the point, so
yeah,
remaining to get, so interesting to see.
Yeah, it's looking like this is going to be an epic match actually. The teams seem to be very nicely balanced. 3 going down for Gibs now, and Playstuff have everyone but the sniper and the heavies taken down. Really nice job by the heavy, the soldier for Gibbs. Gibbs. I think I'll call him Gibbs.
We see the engineer who just keeps storming up onto the point, placing mini sentry down. It does seem to be getting taken down pretty quickly, but we'll have the Uber pops now, and mini sentry back up again. Heavy just chasing them back into their spawn, and we'll see Playstuff can fight back against this. There's only 30 seconds left in the clock, so they're going to have to be quick about it.
They are. And the thing about that mini sentry is, although it is taken down easily, it's something that takes the focus of the attacking team away from just getting onto the point and dealing with the enemy, and onto clearing the mini sentry. So it's a good diversion tactic. It's an extra bit of hassle, and they're looking strong here. Gibs, his clock's running down now. 15 seconds remain.
We've just seen Playstuff go in there with the crits. They popped the crits, but the eyes on the Gibbs soldier just managed to corner the medic and take him down. And there we go. We have the capture. Oh, well, saying that, Sarek getting the last little stab in on the heavy, but unfortunately
nice
it's
try.
Too little too late.
It is, and really well played by Gibs there. They've, a very strong play. It was very even until about the 1 minute 25 mark left on the clock for Gibs, and they managed to remain strong, hold Playstuff off with a combination of their Uber and the mini sentry and some good pyro deflections, and that puts them 1-0 up.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a very close quarters map, so you can see a highlight of that last map, how quickly the point can swap hands. It was 3 times where it swapped, I believe, in a 4 times in a 3 minute capture limit on that, time, sorry. And it can just flick back and forth, and it's can be quite difficult to hold it off if you don't have that Uber. You can just really push up on them.
Battle of the mini sentries going on at the minute, it seems to be. And here comes Gibs with the pyro, getting rid of that mini sentry immediately. But the clock's ticking down for Playstuff here, so...
You see, both of them had Ubers there. Blue popped their Uber. Playstuff had crits, but they didn't seem to get much damage down with it. There's all Gibbs players still live, and the Uber saved them, so they've managed to hold off that attack and just picking off Playstuff.
What do you think of us rolling with the crits tonight, Jim? It's an interesting choice, contrasting with the Uber of Gibs, which of course will always beat a crits if the heavy medic come up face to face with each other. The Uber's going to win every time, isn't it?
It will win every time, but the advantage with the crits is that it charges so quickly, so the key to having a crits is being able to charge that up so quick and pushing in before they have the time to do it. They didn't have much of an Uber advantage. I don't think they had any at that point. They both popped to 100% full Ubers, and that's it. Uber's going to win instead of the crits, and
yeah, for sure.
It's just a matter of getting in quick enough and taking the medic out before he can pop it.
And Jibs are again looking strong. Full Uber. Placed at 42%. Not close to a full Uber yet. Jibs have the point, have the Uber, have their mini sentry going up now, and again, as I say, looking really strong, I think.
Absolutely, they just cornered the heavy and managed to extinguish him, which was a pretty heavy blow to the attack. They just, Playstuff didn't have the Uber to defend it, and they were just chasing them back to spawn, taking out all they can. Both the medic and a large amount of their team just fell, so have a respawn now, so they're going to have to be pretty wary because they're all kind of hovering outside their spawn area.
Yeah, it's well, I was just going to say, where do you think they're going wrong, until I realised that what I was going to say is now out of date because they've been pushed so far back into their spawn area. But they have been a bit fragmented in their assaults on the point. There isn't much room on a map in Koth to kind of build up as a team and get ready to assault, but certainly it's important to do so, Jim, with the Jibs team being based in the middle at the moment.
Absolutely, I mean, we have Playstuff's medic down again, and Blue sitting on a nice 72%. We were saying that, yeah, Serik just managed to take down the Gibbs medic, so
lovely.
Playstuff now have the Uber advantage. They were sitting pretty well on Uber, but we'll have to see how Playstuff can take advantage of this. And
I mean, that's kind of clutch takedown, really, with such a close to Uber position for Jibs. For Serik to get that's awesome work, and the Jurati goes in on the Playstuff team, the Soldier does the damage, and Demo Man chips in a little bit. Jibs are playing really well, but Playstuff look like they're getting themselves together. There's only 2 of them down, and they're respawning now, so just a Soldier down for Playstuff now, a Sniper down for Jibs, and that's a good thing if you're a Playstuff player.
Absolutely, a bit of a fight going on in our tunnels. The spy was trying to sneak round, but he was caught. So we see Playstuff on a full Uber. Blue team's medic being taken down by Bob. Some very nice sticky work there. So we do have 100%. Let's see.
Yeah, that's really nice. And let's hope Wandery can do some work here to just fall back, keep on that point, keep himself there ready to deflect any assault by Blue, and run this clock down. Here comes the spy for Blue, and he's tries to get the pyro. Sero saves himself using the Uber, using it rather than losing it. Really important, and that's some good work. Spy's been affected, and Serik's just done another lovely takedown on the sniper for Jibs.
Absolutely. Apologies about flicking through all the players there. I was trying to find the medic to work out if he'd switched back to the Uber. It was still in the crits, but it turns out he did have the Uber, and it did save his life.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm more comfortable with that. I think they were, you know, this team's possibly been in Division 4 before. They're probably more experienced as a team together than Playstuff. That wouldn't be hard. As I say, we're all very new to the kind of competitive side of Tier 2. One or two seasons. I played in the first, I played a bit in the second, but I think I prefer casting and letting the guys with more skills than me do it, to be honest with you, mate.
Yeah, we could see there that they switched round, so Blue now have the crits Krieg, and they managed to get a pretty decent attack, so there's now only 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, that was devastating for Playstuff.
As Playstuff still have a minute on it. They were doing a pretty good job of holding it, but it managed to fall, so
they did. There's only 10 seconds left. Blue got a huge Uber advantage if they need it when it's coming into play any second now. Not looking like Playstuff can do anything about this. I'd be very surprised if they do. But they're going to give it the best shot. Wandery gets up there on the point. The Pyro, the Medic, and the Demo Man moving on for Playstuff. The Heavy moving on for Playstuff, and this is a nice assault, Jim.
It is. We can see that they do have the crits shooting up stickies on the point from down below, which just ravaged our team as crit stickies will. It's a shot there from Priest taking out the medic, but it does seem like a case of it's just too little, and currently in overtime, and that's it. Gibbs have the win.
Yeah, you have to say, I mean, that was impressive. They didn't panic. Gibbs though, when they saw Playstuff taking or going to take that point, they waited. They had the Uber coming, and the Demo Man did a superb job with his crit stick. He's just clearing the point, basically wiping everyone out. So really nice play by Gibbs. 2-0 to them in this first to 3. Let's see if Playstuff now can pull it back, or whether they're going to have to just write this map off and move on to Foundry.
Indeed, we've seen many times throughout that map and the previous one that Playstuff were getting pretty good picks. They were Oh, we'll see a bit of a fight there. Sarek managing to take down the medic again, leaving even Playstuff with 90% Uber advantage. Our medic's not going to be about for a few 5 seconds, so they've really got the advantage on this, and it's been the case throughout the last 2 rounds. They've just been getting great picks on them. Sniper picking off important people, Sarek managing to get round and just take out some key people, and it's really been working to their advantage. They just haven't had, I believe, the combined force to manage to take out the point or hold it effectively once they do have it after a certain time. But they're definitely getting in the key picks that they need.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think Playstuff are playing by any means badly here. I think, like you say, you know, there's just a few key things that aren't going their way. A bit of bad luck here and there, and some really solid play by Gibbs. So here they're looking pretty good. They're holding back. Gibbs is trying to push onto the point. Playstuff have it. A minute nearly going down. It's 2 minutes 20 on the clock, and Gibbs now moving on to the point, planting down that mini sentry. And if I was a gambling man, I wouldn't bet on them not taking this now. They look like they're going to, and they have. They've taken it, reverted the capture. Playstuff will now want to just make sure they don't come out in dribs and drabs, keep themselves into some kind of attacking strong unit, and they have an Uber advantage though on Gibbs' team.
They do. We could see the Uber has been popped, and Blue Spy was trying to take a pick out in the heavy, but he just could not get him, which was unlucky. He nearly got him, but Uber has been popped. Playstuff have now 95% Uber. He actually has the crits now, so he has crits the Devilman. Devilman's taken down straight away, Medic's taken down, so unlucky with the crits, and
yeah,
they're just working on getting the point back now.
And both medics, interestingly, swapping their loadout every life, it seems, depending on what stage the game's at, whether they have the point. Just showing some nice awareness of the game and deciding whether the crits or the Uber is more appropriate. And some lovely takedowns from Sarek there on Gibbs as the spy, but equally the spy for Gibbs did a nice bit of work, taking down the heavy for Playstuff.
Did indeed. We're seeing Priest getting some really nice headshots as well. It's very back and forth, just taking out key enemies of the team, but it doesn't seem to be leaning one way or the other at the minute. It's, as you can see, it's just so back and forth. Both teams are on 1 minute 50-ish seconds with Playstuff about to cap it back, so it's very back and forth.
You know, in terms of the general gameplay here, I'd like to see Playstuff get this. I mean, leaving my complete bias and desire for them to win the game aside, I think they deserve. The score needs to reflect the way they've played this game, and it isn't a whitewash. You know, they've fought hard. It's just that they haven't got it where it counts. But they're taking the point back now, Jim, and they're running down.
You've seen the Priest getting a very nice headshot on the enemy sniper, and it just seems to happen over and over again. See the heavy being crits for the red team here, so he managed to take down the enemy heavy, the Priest being just taken out there, but they got a fair bit of damage on it. We'll have to see if they can hold it here, but it's hard to say. Oh, blue team have their Uber pop, so
they've popped their Uber. There's not a great body of them. Oh, here comes the heavy, there's the pyro. Their engineer's pretty impressive, Jim. He seems to be a never-dead engineer, and he constantly gets that mini-sentry down. Absolutely.
Every time I go back to the middle point, I can just see a mini-sentry just beeping away up there when they have it, and it, as I was saying, it is taken down very easily, but there really has them coming back up. It's just more of an annoyance tactic than anything, and just another thing for Playstuff to have to kill before they can take that point.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, an assaulting soldier, for example, rather than taking out a couple of Gibbs' players, he has to take out that mini-sentry. So there's 2 rockets down when he gets into a little battle with someone, and that's important. Every rocket counts when you're assaulting a point like this.
Absolutely.
Playstuff now
seeing Sarek there. Sorry, Sarek got a very nice stab in the sniper there, I just got to say. He was just had his back wide open, and Sarek managed to get in there and stabbed him.
Lovely, it was absolutely lovely. No, I did see that. There's so much going on. These cough maps are so hard to commentate and keep on top of everything.
Absolutely, it is just constant back and forth. People going down left, right and centre.
And Gibbs still with the point, 45 seconds remain. Playstuff with a minute on the clock, but they have lost their spy, they've lost their scout, everyone else is up, but Gibbs have the Uber advantage by about 20%.
Absolutely, we can see Priest trying to get some shots down in the heavy there, who's counting the point. The heavy was doing some serious damage holding him off, but he gets taken out by the Gibs'R'Us spy, so that's unlucky for him.
It really was. Yeah. Well, there's the mini sentry gone down. Soldiers doing a fine job. Our engineer to the point, getting his mini sentry up, but the engineer's not having any of that for Gibbs. He's battling the mini sentries again.
Again, the blue spy just taken out her heavy with half the blue team on the point. Well, most of the blue team on the point, we'll have to see.
Yeah, and really well played. I mean, they used that Uber so well there. They knew that they knew it was approaching overtime. In fact, it saved them a spy takedown because Serek was right behind that medic when he flipped his Uber, and it just gave them real good strength to finish off the match. And sadly, for us at Playstuff, they go down 3-0 to Gibs'R'Us in the first map.
That's the win for Gibs'R'Us for that first map. So on to CP Foundry with the first to 5 win difference, or the best after 30 minutes. We'll have to see how it plays out, but it's a very good fight from both teams, but Gibs'R'Us just managing to take 3 rounds.
Cool stuff. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting this next map, Jim, because in terms of general skill, I don't think there's too much between the two teams. I think that the experience, I'm going to say, of Gibbs probably shone through a little bit and gave them the edge there, just enough of an edge to be able to push on. And I'd just better message the team because they want to know if the Source TV's caught up.
Absolutely. It's a problem with the Source TV delay because it's 90 seconds. Everything we see is 90 seconds behind the actual game happening, which is primarily for to stop people cheating and just being able to glance across to any streams, for example, and see they have this amount of Uber and base off that. So it has a 90-second delay, but that also has the not so great side effect of if, for example, they changed the map as soon as the round ended, that would just cut off our feed by how long the stream's delayed, and we wouldn't get to see the end. So they have to hold it off, but round's over, so we can switch into the next map.
Yeah, we learned that the hard way, didn't we, Jim? With a stream that disappeared at the end of the game.
Indeed. One of our first streams, and we just totally lost the end of the game. It was a bit anticlimactic, but, well, they know now, so it's not happening again anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I've told the guys, they know that we've caught up with them, we're ready in Source TV, and they are moving now, the map's loading, ready to play CP Foundry, as you say, first to 5, or best score at 30 minutes in.
Indeed, I mean, I'll be interested to see how this map plays. I personally have never seen it in competitive play just yet. Like I was saying earlier, it's relatively new, so I'm personally very intrigued to see how it will turn out.
Likewise, Jim, I haven't seen it played competitively at all. Haven't played in it myself competitively, more importantly, so I don't have any clue what kind of strategies the guys have got worked out. I think they've been practicing this week on this map just to familiarise themselves a bit, knowing this was coming up, so hopefully that'll serve them well and they've got a little bit of a plan together. Absolutely.
From personal experience in this map, it's pretty well balanced, as you'd expect any map to be, but once they've captured all the points up to the last point seems to be pretty hard to defend. There's multiple entries into the place. There's 2 on a lower level, and then there's a little place up top where they can just peek round the corner, Girati, to get stickies in, whatever that needs to be to get that point. But I've not seen many teams manage to push back on that last point.
No, it does seem to be one of those points. If you get to that stage, it's really hard to turn yourselves around and push back. But hopefully we'll see a bit of... But I hope this game's as back and forth as that last one was, because obviously control point maps a little bit more forgiving in that regard. If you are back and forth, you have more chance to get that clutch cap and push strong forward. Often it just depends on how many people are left alive on the second to last point battle, whether you get it or not. You know, if you've got a strong amount of players up, then obviously you've got much more of a chance.
Yeah, I mean, we've been saying how difficult it is to get back, but it's not by any means impossible, and there's been a few games personally I've seen that does that, and with a decent team play, if they manage to just take out the whole attacking force, they could pretty easily just manage to push back and hold them off before the kind of choke points at the end there, so they'll...
Yeah, I mean, it's compact enough, the map, isn't it? It's not huge anyway. It's not too much distance between each of the points. And
it isn't. I mean, I wouldn't say it's on Granary's scale, for example. It's
no.
Pretty narrow. Choke points are all pretty close together, and it can be pretty easy to hold people off coming through certain areas in the map. But once they do break through, it can be hard to stop them again in certain points.
Yeah. So I'm just switching my view over to Auto Director for a second.
Seems we have all the members in now, so
Yep.
should be starting any minute.
And all important really on and why I'm quite optimistic is on this kind of these kind of CP maps. It's a really important thing to have a good heavy, a really important thing to have a good sniper, and there are two things that two players that excel on the Playstuff side are the heavy and the sniper. So I'm hoping that will serve them well, and I'm hoping they can just keep on top. Oh, they've swapped. No, they've just got two snipers initially the other side. Three snipers, in fact. I don't know whether that's indicative of them deciding they're going to have a little bit of a change up in the loadout. Some teams mess about and put a completely unfeasible loadout in the warm-up round just so the other team has to guess what they're going to do when they get into the action.
Absolutely. Though, is it Highlander? I know I should know this, but I can't remember if the ETF2 match is Highlander. There is 9 players, so I believe it is just one of each team. So I mean, you can't really get much variance in the classes at all. But it's interesting to see what items they'll pick along, as we were saying, with the difference between the crits and Ubers. So can leave it a bit
and who they're going to play, in each position. Of course, I can't see any changes made by the Playstuff side. They've got the same people playing the same positions. As far as I can tell, yeah, I think that's fair to say. We don't know what Hank, Stroker, Abuser and Zion are going to be doing, because there's three of them are snipers at the minute. They're confusing the hell out of me. I'll reload my hood just in case it's at my end.
No, they do appear to be snipers, so we'll have to see if they, when they'll switch back to their normal classes. Just messing about now, waiting for the map to start.
Yeah. Sorry for the. I'm transfixed on the screen at the minute just because I like how the Playstuff side have all gone back to spawn and kind of waiting patiently, even though it's not actually started yet. I think they're bored of deathmatching, lowering their morale maybe.
Absolutely. If I just flick over, you can just see the Playstuff guys just sitting around, not wanting to fight much. Very peaceful.
Yeah, they're just taking a bit of time, hanging out in their locker room, enjoying that free supply cabinet that's there.
Absolutely. We're just taking a fly through from the Gibs'R'Us side of the map. As you can see, it's the last point. There's only really the bottom left and then the bottom right. There's sides that can come in, and then there's coming from the top. There's just this little corner. It's very, very easy to get some durante in if the defending team aren't holding the upper kind of balcony area, and that leads out round to the second point, where again there's only, there's 3 ways in. There's the bottom left and bottom right, and again one way up top. So it can be interesting to see. It's not much of a distance between any of them, so you can very easily hold them down from the middle. It's just a matter of being able to predict or get the teamwork to know where they're coming through. The middle point is very open. You can jump up onto the top of the point and get some rockets down, which is a very good advantage for the down men and the soldiers and scouts as well, if they decide to jump up there, and it can definitely turn the tide of the battle in the middle.
Yeah, for sure. For some reason the caps aren't showing on my screen. I don't know why that is. That's a bit annoying. I can see from the stream on Twitch. I can see, but that's going to be a little bit of a delay. I can work with that. You be shouting it out as well anyway. So and I can see what's going on. Obviously, I'm getting really confused. I thought the game had started. It clearly hasn't, because there's 2 spies now for Gibbs, who seem determined to just keep swapping positions.
It's still just playing around for now. I did hear one of the teams just going ready there, so one of the teams, I believe this is us now. We're live.
Good stuff.
So we can see,
and both the teams will want to stick together and establish a kind of strong, coherent force to push that middle. Demoman pushing forward, trying to get there nice and early. The soldiers too. We already see Gibbs have got the Uber advantage on Playstuff here. I'm guessing. Oh, but the medic's gone down, Jim.
Fantastic
Really nice
jump there from them. He just dive bombed the medic and managed to take him out. The whole of the Gibbs team just shot out the right side, whereas Playstuff seemed to be being a bit more reserved. They're kind of trickling out the middle, and it has resulted in Gibbs losing most of their team. And you can see the blue engineer getting a sentry set up their side of the middle though, so you'll have to definitely take it down. But it looks like Playstuff have really got the advantage of this first point. And
it's Sarek got a really nice pick on the sniper again, taking him down, stopping him hiding in some little corner and picking off the Playstuff medic. And the medic for Playstuff with the Uber, 100%, nice advantage here. Looking strong to take this middle point.
Absolutely, we can see Engineer just camping on the point with his heavy. The Playstuff do have an Uber, whereas you can see the spy taking down the sniper. He was trying to get the medic, as he does have a full Uber, but he just didn't manage to, and Playstuff have the point.
They have the point, and then the medic goes down. That was a shame. Either he's running with crits, or he actually didn't. Yeah, he dropped the Uber. I thought he dropped the Uber. Yeah, Saru didn't want to throw the Uber there, of course, because he wouldn't be able to cap if he was Ubered, and he wanted the team to cap. They've got the cap, but he's lost the Uber and gone down. Bit of a shame.
Absolutely, we can see the scout for Playstuff running ahead, trying to get a bit of a back cap, or trying to capture the point ahead of the middle team capturing it, but it looks like there's a bit of a fight. We'll have to see, but looks like Gibs'R'Us do manage to take the point, so that point is now locked, and he'll have to come back. But so he's dead.
Yeah, really, a nice try, but really close, and unfortunately, like you say, deaded. I'm just trying to fly around the map and follow the action. Just go auto director on it, it can tell me where the important kills are happening.
Again, the priest taking out Gibs'R'Us' medic. It's pretty key shot, but Cyril was taken out by their spy, so it's a 1-for-1 trade in the medics there.
Yeah, not great. The medic for blue now respawning, so about 10 seconds to go. Blue sitting pretty on the middle point, but they'll need to start pushing forward once they've grouped themselves together.
Absolutely, we've seen the pyro getting taken out by spy. It looked like a bit of a face tab at my end, but I'm not going to be one to comment on that.
Yeah, for sure. But the engineer again for Gibbs doing a fine job. He's setting up his sentry as he goes along, picking it up to push forward, putting it down again when they feel like they're in a pushing position. They've got 40% Uber now.
And it looks like they've just cleaned up most of the Playstuff.
Playstuff devastated by that push there. And they will take it. And we'll see now if Playstuff can hold them off on this final point. It's a difficult one. Very difficult, and they are all going to be fresh from spawn, so that's an advantage. But blue are looking strong. There they go, take 4 of Playstuff's team down, and they have an Uber, 100% Uber, so I can't really see them failing to take this final point, Jim.
Absolutely, we're seeing the Gibs'R'Us' sniper just taking out the medic, and people being taken out on the point with the stickies, and he just couldn't put up the fight to hold them off. Yeah,
that's a real shame. Okay, so Gibs'R'Us go 1-0 up in this CP Foundry first to 5, and the team's rolling out now for the second.
Absolutely, we just see them all jumping into the middle, and we'll have to see which way they're going. Scout trying to get some milk up in that top corner where most of them were coming out, but it looked like it hit the barriers, so didn't manage to hit anyone with it. They're all diving in from opposite sides here, so a lot of Playstuff being taken down. The spy taking out 3 people there, taking out both medic and the heavy, and he's just destroying the Playstuff team. It's a shame he didn't get caught there.
That's really, I mean, super well played from their spy, taking down the real damage dealers as well. You know, without them, Playstuff's support classes are, you know, basically ready, lined up for death rather.
Absolutely, we just see the sniper being left on the point with the scout, while the rest of the team push ahead and hopes to get some bit of a push on the upcoming point.
Yeah, and there goes the Uber for Gibs'R'Us. They push the Playstuff team back, take a couple of people down. They are looking very strong.
It's a very nice shot there from the priest from the far distance, just taking out their medic not long after his Uber faded, so the heavy is retreating, but they're putting up a decent defence at the minute. Just have to see if they can keep holding them off.
Yeah, they are, and I'd like to see them pushing at this point now. There's 4 of the Gibbs team were down, respawning now, but Playstuff have all but one of their team up. It's a good opportunity now for them to get forward a little bit. I don't want to hang around on this point too much.
Bit of a melee fight between the Gibs'R'Us spy and the medic, and lots of the team seen him, but he just managed to stab him with a normal stab and took him down, so he's just respawning, and he's going to be about 40% behind on the Uber advantage.
Yep, and Playstuff just pushing out slowly here. They're trying to kind of make sure they're safe. They put a mini sentry down, getting a nice pick. Gibbs there on the scout for Playstuff, and the demo man goes down for Gibbs. Playstuff are looking a lot stronger at this particular point. They want to take down that medic. He's about to get his Uber, 88%.
Yeah, they did just get tried, and it did scare them back a little bit, so they're just going to wait for that to fade, also giving Playstuff time to get the Uber up.
And really noticeable here how the soldier's doing a really good job sticking around with the medic and the heavy, just kind of not throwing himself forward, not putting himself in danger for Gibbs.
See, the priest just absolutely missing the shots coming from the sniper on the lower bit, and he was just totally caught unaware and shot in the side of his head. Blue team have popped the Uber now, so Playstuff very close. We'll have to see if they can stay alive long enough to be able to hold any defence up again. There we go. That was just painful. Sticky's taken out the Playstuff medic, and he's on 99% Uber, so
really painful.
Very unlucky.
Oh dear, look at that. There's only the priest standing now. Gibbs taking this second to last point with no trouble whatsoever, and
they're just mowing on the last point, just taking them down straight out of spawn, and they get the win.
Yeah, a very strong play from Gibs'R'Us. I think possibly stronger than I expected, probably stronger than the Playstuff team expected. The guys have got to be shaken by this, Jim. I know I am.
Yeah, so he did manage to hold some pretty decent defences in some of the points and some decent pushes back, but it just wasn't enough to capture back the middle point and just keep on steamrolling through the enemy base.
No, absolutely not. And I see them coming into the middle point for this initial kind of almost deathmatch. I think I like the way, just watching how Gibbs play. Oh, a lovely take by Sarek on the engineer for Gibbs, though. Took down the engineer, got rid of the sentry.
I'm quite intrigued. You can see the heavy for the Gibs'R'Us. He's on the top of the last point.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty difficult to get to. I missed personally how he got up there. We can see Almighty Bob's just sitting building up the Uber when the spy was spoken about there, and they do have the points, so we'll just have to see. Playstuff do have a big Uber advantage. To see
they do. Sitting nicely on that Uber. This heavy's coming through on his own. Takes down the demo though. And it's crits. No, it's not. Oh, lovely work by the engineer there. Manages to take down the fire and the spy for Gibs'R'Us.
We do see the Playstuff medic was taken out along with most of the team, so we'll just have to see. They're going to be having a very decent push into this last point. It'll be hard for Playstuff to get enough people together just to simply hold back the amount of people.
Yeah, Gibbs the full Uber here, sitting pretty with it, not going to blow it till they need to, taking that second to last point in very convincing fashion. They're devastating when they come in as a team, Jim. They seem either very, very skilled or very, very practiced.
Absolutely, we're seeing Playstuff just absolutely missing heavy and medic, just sneaking up behind them. They didn't notice them until they were right there in the point. Sarek's doing a decent job picking up some of the stragglers, but unfortunately they got the win and just wasn't enough to hold them off.
No, there it goes. Really strong. They're impressive. It's hard to keep up with how impressive they are. I'm seeing good games called on the screen. I think someone thinks it's best out of 5 rather than first to 5. I think he's probably just been told by the rest of the team to keep playing though.
Yeah, it is the first to 5 or the best after 30 minutes. I do not believe it's been 30 minutes played yet, so still in the game.
I think it's got to be demoralising going 3-0 down. Certainly first time playing this map in the league, and yeah, the guys need to pick the spirits up here. They've done a nice job at the beginning here, taking down the medic, taking down the demo man, taking down the engineer. Playstuff are in a good position to kind of take this middle point now, which they're trying to do.
Yeah, we see they have the blue team have the teleporter up in the building right outside last point, so it's definitely going to be a good help getting more people onto that point. But Playstuff do have it, so just have to see what they can do to hold it off. Playstuff do have 70% Uber advantage, so they're definitely on the upper foot there.
Yeah, they're doing really nicely. I think some great work as well by Lemmywinks there on the taking the high ground at the midpoint and just kind of making sure that Gibbs couldn't push out, had to stay back and basically let Playstuff take that point. Sarah now with the Uber, wondering how he's going to use that. Oh, and he's got to use it. There's a spy nearly taken down. He manages to avoid it. The spy runs away.
Yeah, he didn't do much. We'll see Cero has popped the crits and he's just storming in behind him. Unfortunately, there isn't many blue enemies there to kill. You can see now that Gibbs do have the Uber.
Yeah, they're coming in with. There you go. The Uber's blown. They're going to use that to push onto the point offensively. Just make sure they take down anyone from Playstuff that's alive and in the area, and then they'll try and cap this middle point. In the meanwhile, Playstuff scout just trying to go for a ninja cap, but that not happening.
So we can see the down man trying to hold him off a little bit, but he's cornered from both sides and taken down.
Yeah, no chance, and Gibbs looking like they will retake this centre point, and there they do, and onwards they push.
They're just storming through, taking out the mini sentry that was placed there. I believe it was mini sentry, and is it 2 down for Playstuff? Just have to see. Playstuff can minimise any losses, and they do have the crits.
They need to make these crits work for them better, Jim. I can't help but feel. Oh, that was lovely. They did, as if they were listening to me, take down the heavy very nicely there. But unfortunately, the rest of the Playstuff team, in fact, all but one of the Playstuff team taken there by Gibbs. So, yeah, and I'll stick by that. They're not making that crits work for them in these situations. I think I wish they'd just roll out with the Uber, but it's not going to matter because there go Gibbs. They've taken that final point and they go 4-0 up.
Absolutely, there was some very nice work by the Gibbs spy there, just taking out the pyro, taking out the down man with his pistol, and helping with the push, and he just managed to take it pretty cleanly for the last point.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, the morale of the team at this particular point is going to be rock bottom. I'm sure Bob's doing a great job of rallying spirits as best he can, but Blue, you know, Gibbs doing just solid work. The heavy goes down for Blue, that's a nice pick. The pyro goes down, but then...
You can see the spy very nearly taken down our medic. He did take down our sniper, but he is taken out himself.
They are going to be able to retake that, and we have the Uber. We have a small advantage on the Uber, but no real heavy classes to Uber available, so they're going to have to fall back with that. Meanwhile, oh, that was so close on the medic for Gibbs.
Absolutely, they did manage to force the Uber though, so
yep.
While Playstuff's medic is down, they're not going to have an Uber pushing into the last point, which definitely helps.
Absolutely. The technique they've been using to take the high ground and drop down with an Uber heavy is super effective, but without that Uber it's going to be a little bit harder. Mind you,
Sarek sneaking up, managing to take down the medic. Very nice stab there.
Very nice.
And very well played.
There goes the Playstuff medic taken down in return. So both teams running without Ubers at the minute.
Just cleaning up what was left of that attack, and Playstuff just trying to do what they can to push through. The Gibbs do seem to have more control of the house in between the 2 points, so it definitely helps getting a hold of that and then managing to push back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Playstuff doing some good work. They're scared to leave this point at the minute because, of course, as soon as they do, the Blue will be streaming in with their players.
Absolutely, the Priest managing to get a nice body shot on the enemy heavy, taking them down. So they are heavy down. Playstuff have just respawned. Ubers are about level. So I do believe blue is running crits, so we'll
Okay.
have to see how it turns out. They do have full crits now, whereas Sarah's only on 75%. Uberand is taken down by a crit rocket to the face, along with
this is
more
not
members.
looking good, Jim. There's 3 people alive with 2 points to go, and they do push on to this second to last point.
Seen a caver there. He just Delman just charged in, charging charge, and then just cavered Mr. Almighty Boyle.
There they go. They take the second to last point, and Playstuff now. Well, they've got a pretty impossible job. They're 4-0 down, and they've got the final point to defend. So they have an Uber disadvantage. Gibbs with the Uber advantage. Oh, so close on that medic there. Nearly took the medic down, forced him to retreat slightly, but the entire Gibbs team is about to push this point.
We do have crits, so it is just going to be a rain of crit stickies down onto everything that moves down there. So it's not looking likely. Crits is now in the heavy and just mini gunning the spawn mechs. There's not an awful lot they can do from Gibbs.
Yeah, very impressive. Medic taken down, but doesn't matter. Soldier for Gibbs on the point, caps it, and that's
very, very nice tonk kill from Wandway at the end, but too little.
Very nice. Yeah, bit of a whitewash, but that's not to say that the Playstuff weren't trying their very best. I think that they just aren't practiced enough yet on this map, and they'll need to go away, take heart from their performance in the first match, and yeah, not be too demoralised by this. They're in a really hard division now. They've been promoted, as I say, they've skipped a division. They know they're up against stiff opposition, and you know, they tried their best against a team that clearly have strategies for this map and are also very well practiced. Generally, they seem to have some good players.
Absolutely, it wasn't a steamroll, but they put up a good fight, but just didn't have the power to fight back and get the win, unfortunately. But it was a very, very good fight.
Yeah, for sure. The guys just on the server now, they're hanging around a bit, chatting about the config that was run, but
yeah, it doesn't really matter much. The wins over, and that's it.
It was no time limit. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, absolutely relevant to the result, and I'd say to the guys, don't be disheartened by that. You know, just the start of the season. It's a stiff competition league, and practice. You know, play a few more games on this map. Watch the replay back, because what Gibbs did really nicely was they got to each stage of the map, took high ground, stuck together, made sure they didn't make any sacrifices at the front, and kept enough people alive so that they always had a powerful force to keep pushing with. They played a good game, Jim, I thought.
Oh, it was a very good game, and great fire from both sides, but it's unlucky for Playstuff.
It is. Okay, guys, well, that's all from us for tonight. There's only the two maps. We'll be back again tomorrow night when Playstuff play in the UGC League. Again, it's Highlander. Hope you can join us for that, and thanks for tuning in tonight. It's been a pleasure to watch these two good games. It's a shame Playstuff couldn't get a little bit better on the scoreboard, but the first game was really close. The first map, rather, was really close. I think they were unlucky to not get a win out on one of those rounds. And the second one, I think, you know, just playing against a very practiced team that's understands the map well and had better strategy.
Absolutely. I mean, it was great fight from both sides, but there we go.
Yeah, and as ever, guys, give us feedback on the forum, playstuff.net. Follow us on Facebook. Go like us on Facebook, rather. We're just Playstuff on there, so facebook.com/Playstuff. The YouTube channel will have the VODs within the next 24 hours, and that's youtube.com/PlaystuffTV. I'm on Twitter. If you want to follow me, I'm Logan_PS. And Jim, are you on Twitter?
Not really. I don't use it much at all.
I asked you, not knowing. Yeah, Jim is on Twitter. You can follow him at JimboMcB, but he's not using. Actually, Jim, what you could do is tell them to follow Jake and Bacon on Twitter.
We'll have to see. Maybe something to think about when it's a bit closer to release. But
Anyway,
it'll be very interesting to see reactions to it. But Not yet.
I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon.
Yep.
Cheers. Good night for me.
Good night.